Okay, we're now on stitching section, so we're about to stitch, and our thread, we've passed our thread through. Now to stitch, now we're starting with the base, stitching of the base. So don't forget that the base will have the 25, 2 of the 25 and 2 of the 27, and actually our 25 is 23 with 2 extra inches of fabric for our loosening allowance, and our 27 is 25 actually with 2 extra inches of loosening allowance. So let's get started. So we'll stitch the 25 to each other, then after we're done we'll stitch the 27 to the stitched 25. So now to stitch your ashoke, make sure you place the ends on each other very thin. So you don't place it like this or like this. You place it very thinly, like very thin end, like the extreme end of the ashoke on each other. So it's very thin. So you have to be very you have to pay attention to the sewing, so that one, you don't go off the line of the stitching. So as I'm sewing, I'll check if my stitches are still running on a straight cut. So as I sew, I'll put my hands backward and check the stitched area if it is well, stitched together. Just in case I have any loop, then I'll reverse back using this. I'll use this machine to reverse back like this. Yeah, you can see I'm going backwards. Yes, that's the reverse, just in case there's any open loop, so that way the reverse will seal it, then I can come forward. So I'll just keep coming forward like this until I'm done with stitching this 25 together. So it's the same procedure that will be used for this 25 that will be used for the 27 also. That's for the other part. Okay, now I'm done stitching the 25 together. So the next one is to stitch the 27 to it. So I will take the 27. Let me explain something to you about auto-gilly stitching. So now, since I want to stitch the 27, I won't place it at the extreme, at the end of the 25. No, because if I do that, then I'll have extra 2 inches or more than 2 inches. Since this is 25, so I have extra 2 inches on the other end. So this is what I'll do. I will set it in such a way that I'll have the same amount of fabric on both sides. So this way I have the same amount of fabric on both sides. So I'll have 1 inch on both sides of the 27. So it's not like I'll have 2 inches on one side and then the other one so I'll have the same amount of fabric on both sides. So you have to set it this way to make sure that you have the same amount of fabric on both sides. Then you stitch. This is what you do when you are stitching probably a 25 to a 27 or a 22 to a 19. You have to set it in such a way that you have equal fabric on both sides, so that it's not tilted to one side than the other. So this way you can see that I have like about 1 inch on that side. So make sure that you're sewing your stitches very thin, because you will know when we're pleating. You see the reason why I am actually particular about having your stitch very thin. Then always check back, so that you don't have any loopholes or loose ends, like opening in between your stitches. Okay, now the next thing to do is to attach the 27. So when I'm stitching two equal lengths together, I don't need to, like, place it, just the way we did it with the 27 and the 25. So this way I'll just place it here. Since they are this equal length, I'll just place it here and stitch. I'll just place it like here, and then I'll stitch. I'll place it like this, then I'll stitch, because they're the same length, so I don't need to, like, make it to be more on one side than the other. The only time when I do that is when I'm attaching a 25 to a 27, or probably a 19 to a 22. That's when we do that. So we do the same thing, and then okay, so now we're done attaching the 227 to the 225. So this is our final base. This is what our base look like, this way. So what happened is, on the base, when you're done attaching, now on the points of 23, where we have our 23, we'll do a C-cutting. The C-cutting, you will know why, the reason why we do a C-cutting. So to do your C-cutting, go to the end of the 23, the 23 end, which is the shorter one. Measure 5 inches into your fabric. Measure 5 inches into your fabric. When you're done measuring 5 inches, use your scissors to make a cut, just a small cut at that point, like this. So immediately you're done, leave that point, come to the end where you joined your 23 to the 25, which is here. So this is the 25 down, so my 23 is here. Oh no, sorry, I made a mistake. I'm supposed to do this cut at the 25 end, sorry, not the 23 end. So I'll turn it around and do this around the 25 end. So sorry, from the end of the 25, which is the one slightly longer than the 23, measure 5 inches inwards. Then put a cut at that point, at the point of the 5 inches. Put a cut like this. Then go to the other end of the 25, where the 25 is joined to the 23. Then measure 3 inches into the 25 inches. So I'm not going down into the 23, so I'm still on the 25. So I measure 23 inches into the 25 layer. So I'll make a cut at that point of the 3 inches like this. So that way I have in between the two cuts, I want to check what I have. There should be about 4.5 inches. So I have about 4.5 inches in between the 5 inches and the 3 inches. So now measure 3.5 inches deep into the 25 inches. Can you see it this way? So you can mark this with a chalk or a pen or a candle. So I'm holding it because I don't want to mark. So what I'll do is this. Now I have 3.5 inches depth. This is 3.5. Then I have this already cut out, so I'll cut this into a C-cut this way, and the highest point is a 3.5. I'll curve it in to the other end of my cut. Okay, this way I have my C-cut. Yeah, so now this C-cut, you will know, you'll see the reason why, and we add to do the C-cut. You get to know when you are pleating later. Okay, so what happened is I need to do the C-cut on the other side, but I don't have to do the measurement again. I can just fold my ashoke into 2 equal half. That is the base. I'll fold it together. So don't forget that the C-cut is at the 20, the longest part of the base, which is the one that is 25 inches with 2 inches allowance. So now I'll do the C-cut again. I'll just follow through with the length that I cut on the first side, and then cut the C-cut for this side. Oh, sorry, you can do the depth to be 3 inches, but I use 3.5. With 3.5 and 3 inches, it's okay. But for beginners, just because your fabric will loosen, do 3 inches into the depth. So you use 5 inches from the top of the 25, of the one that is 25 in length with 2 extra. Sorry, with the 2 extra inches is 27. So you do 5 inches into the 27 inches layer. then you come to the other end of the 27-inch layer and measure 3 inches inward. So this way we have our C-cuts like this. So your depth can be 3 inches. It doesn't have to be 3.5, just because, so that just in case your fabric losing like this. So I advise that you do 3 inches. Don't do 3.5. So this way my base is set to go for locking. So I need to use the whipping machine or the overlocking machine to lock all these loose ends, because I cannot sew any parts I'm pleating. This is the rules for creating pleats. Do not sew like this. Do not hem. This is hemming. So do not hem any point that will be pleated. The reason is, if it's hemmed and then you're pleating, the hem part will be swollen and thick, and it will look flat and natural. So any part that will be pleated should be overlocked or whipped with a whipping machine. So now of our base, the part that is cut into C, which is the longest part, which turns out to be the 27 because of our extra 2 inches, is the part where I would whip. So I will whip from here to the other end of the 27. You see the other part of 25, I will hem it. I won't lock it. I won't use the whipping machine. So watch me while I quickly hem or sew the ends of the other part of my 23 turn 25 inches layer. So this is it. So this part I will sew lightly like this. So I'll sew this like this. we call it hem, or they call it hem in the I think in the tailoring industry. It's called hem. This fold stitch, because this was the point I made a mistake of cutting the other time, so I'll just trim it off so it doesn't affect my. So hem both ends lightly. So you hem it using your sewing machine. Be careful, watch your hand when you're sewing. If you're new or a beginner, you're just using, be careful so you don't run the needles through your hand. So whenever the needles come close to my hand, I'll just stop or take off my leg off the pedal, because I'm using an automated machine, not even an industrial one, but it's an electric automated machine. My thread just cut off, so I'll have to put the thread back into the needle because it cut off just now. So I'm trying to put the thread back into the needle. Then my hemming will stop at the other end of the 23 turn 25 inches. It's not going to run to the 25 turn 27. So be careful not to. Please, can I get the blade? Have you found it? Thank you. So what happened is, because I want to stop my sewing at the 23 turn 25 inches, so I'm losing it a bit from the 27 inches. So that's what I just did. So now I'll fold my hemmed end, which is the 23 parts, 23 turn 25. Well, I doubt if it will stay the 25, so I'll just sew it. Okay, so now this end is for the one of the 27. So this end will be whipped with an overlocking machine, which is also called the whipping machine. So as you can see, you're knitting your fabric by taking off all the loose threads so that it will be very neat and your job will come out very professional. So you do the same thing to the other side. So let me show you what it looks like for the hemmed and the this is the hemmed part of our base. This part is sewn, this part is the 23 layer, the 2, and this is the whipped part of our base. So this part is whipped. The only thing is that we didn't cut the C-cut into this before whipping, so we would have to cut it, the C-cut, into the longer part, which is the one that is 25 to 27 inches. Then we would have to whip again. So I advise that you cut it before you go to whip or over or lock. So you can cut your C-cut, and you know your C-cut is 5 inch in from the 27, that is the 25 inches layered fabric. You cut it, you measure 5 inch in, then from the other end measure 3 inch inwards. So you make your mark and cut it 3 inches into the fabric. So I'm sure when you try this several times, you get it. So this is what it looks like after you've hemmed and you've locked the side. So we're going to repeat the same procedure for this other side by hemming the 23 section, and then we'll take it to the whipping section. We'll take it for whipping, to whip the longer part of the fabric where we have our C-cuts. Yeah. This is for our base. We're still on the base, trying to create the base. Thank you. So I'll just try to loosen the joints between the 25 and the 27. This ought to be 23 and 25. It's just the excess 1 inch that makes me call it 25 and 27, but this is actually 23 and 25 inches. So I'll do a little bit of loosening so that I can be able to hem easily. So also you can bear this in mind and avoid joining the end of your 23 to your 25. Don't join it, just give a little bit of space before sewing so that you have the part to which you can hem. Like I'm trying to finish right now. Okay, now we're done sewing the base. So the next thing is to sew the crown. So now our base is ready to go